Hello, welcome to another video. Right, so I've got something a little bit different today. So basically, I've been looking for a new daily driver. All right, so I was thinking, oh, do I buy something flash? You know, do I get something flash, like a nice BMW or an Audi or something like that? But I thought, do you know what? I really like old cheap beaters. The good thing about them, you can buy a cheap old car. It's quite hard to find these days. I mean, I used to like, back in the old days, I used to like buy an old car for 500 quid, run it around for a bit, you know, mess about with it, make it a little bit better than what it was when I got it, and then sell it for a small profit. Used to really enjoy doing that. It's actually a lot harder to do these days, because I've been sort of scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and eBay, all the usual places, and to try and find an old beater, as I like to call them, for sort of, you know, sub £1,000. I mean, you know, with an MOT that runs and drives, you can actually drive, is very hard. I mean, tell me, let me know if I'm wrong on that one, but I spend a lot of time looking on Facebook Marketplace. So anyway, what I've bought is a VAG Group car. See if you can guess what it is from the interior. Nice. So I got this for 700 quid. 700 quid. Hold out your hand, mate. Hold out your hand. Give us a pony for it, mate. Yeah. So anyway, 700 quid. It's got MOT until December, and it's currently it's nearly the end of April. So it's got, you know, a decent amount of MOT. It runs and drives okay. It needs a little bit of work, as you can imagine. Car bit of 700 quid. So anyway, I've bought a Mark 1 Skoda Octavia, and it's got the old 1.9 TDI engine, but it's the pre-PD, so it's the ALH, proper old school diesel engine. But no, I wanted either an estate car or something with a big boot, and it needed to be something that I can use for doing dump runs, and just generally park it anywhere, not worry about it. You know, if it gets bashed into or whatever, it doesn't really matter, because it's already, you know, got scratches and dents on it, so it doesn't really matter. And I've got my nice cars that I like to play about with, but I just thought, and I've got a work van that I use for work as well, so I just thought, you know what, I'll just get an old beater that I can just drive about in, bash it about or whatever, make it a little bit nicer, keep it for a while and see how it goes. So yeah, here it is. So here it is. Lots of scratches on the bonnet. I think it's been crashed, which is good. That's a different colour. And it's got the wood screw holding the bumper in, which is nice. So anyway, today I'm going to do an oil change, give it a general look over. The rear brakes are binding up as well, so I'm going to have a look at that. The rear drum brakes are binding a little bit. I think it's this side, the driver's side, that is the worst. Yeah, so couple of little jobs to do. Anyway, check out this beast of an engine. Oh, look at that. Nice. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do an oil change. Right, so the car's history, it's been off the road since 2019. Two previous owners from new this car. So basically, it belonged to an old couple who stopped driving it when lockdown kicked in. It's been parked in a barn ever since. The guy that I bought it off got it through an MOT. And did the bare minimum, you know, just I think he did like some brake lines and some other bits and pieces just to get it for an MOT, but it hasn't been serviced or anything like that. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to stick some engine flush in. Run some engine flush, drain the oil out. Then I'm going to put in some flush out oil, run this through it, and then drain that out. And then I'm going to stick some fresh oil in. So I'm going to do like a double oil change, if that makes sense. I've got two filters. I'm just going to do a double oil change just to like properly clean it all out. And then go from there. So I need to obviously look at the rear brakes as well. I've got an air filter. And I've also got an EGR delete, which I'm not sure I'm going to fit or not yet, because some of the bolts look quite rusty on the exhaust pipe for the EGR. So I need to have a look and see how bad that is. But yeah, here we go. Let's give this old car some love. See what happens. Let that run for a minute. Now, as far as I know, I don't think this has had an oil change for at least 5 years. Because the state of the oil coming out of it is nasty. So once all the old oil is fully drained out, I mean, look at that, the old stuff's really black. So I'm going to put a new filter in, and then I'm going to run this flush out oil through it, and then I'm going to drain it all out again, and then put another filter and fresh oil. This is how you flush out an old skanky diesel. Hopefully it won't disturb any crap in there too much. You never know, but I'm taking a gamble. Look at that, that's the oil that came out of it. Black as anything. So I'm just running the flush through it now. We'll see how it comes out. Yep, definitely hasn't been serviced in a while. So doing all that. Going to hoover the airbox out as well. Show this old girl some love. Hopefully we get some more miles out of it. Yeah, look at the difference. Gross. Nice. Here we go. Right, one thing you need when you've got an old shit car is a tub of random bolts that you've collected for years and years and years. This is one of many that I own. I've got some more over there on the shelves. But this has provided me with what I need to reattach the bumper at the bottom, some tech screws, and to fix a loose air filter housing. So highly recommended. And with the use of some tech screws, we could go from looking like this to that. There we go. No longer hanging down. Right, so this is the flush oil, which still looks pretty minging. So I know that this hasn't been changed for at least 5 years, probably longer. So I think I've obviously run this through the car now. I'm going to put some fresh oil in it and then obviously drive it, and then maybe give it another oil change in a couple of thousand miles. Use some engine flush and then see how we get on. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on it. Right, so the oil on the dipstick looks really clean now. So I think we're stepping in the right direction to saving this old car. Well, I'm just going to inspect the cam belt. Just undo the cover and see what sort of condition the cam belt's in, and also have a look at the EGR. I've got an EGR delete for this, but the bolts down there are looking quite rusty, so I don't know if I want to risk snapping them. So we'll see what happens. But the belt doesn't actually look too bad. Still got the writing on there, and the rubber doesn't look terrible. So I will change it, but it's not urgent. I'll do a few miles, I think. Do a few miles on this belt and then I'll change it. So I don't know what else is wrong with this car, so I need to, at least it's not all split, you know. Still got the writing on there. It's probably quite an old belt, but it's not split or anything. So I'm just going to run it for a little bit longer until I get some more miles on this car and figure out if she's a keeper. Right, the EGR doesn't look terrible. I don't know if you can see in there. It's a bit oily, but it's not like it's not really thick. Like I've seen some that are really bad, you know. But this one does open and close. Come on, camera. Fiddly. So this one does open and close okay. As you can see there, fully opens and fully closes. It's a bit gunked up, but it's not like thick with carbon. It's got a bit on there, which is to be, you know, to be expected. So I think I'll hold fire on the EGR delete just for the time being, because like I say, the bolts that come off the exhaust manifold up to the EGR they look like they're going to snap. They look like they're going to break off rather than undo, so I don't really want to risk doing that at the moment. So we'll probably wait and leave that for the time being. Right, one of the problems I knew about when I bought this car was the rear drum brakes needed attention. But yeah, listen to this. That does not sound good. Right, so I found out what the problem is. Obviously you have these pins that hold the shoes in place. I've just taken that one off. But this side was actually missing. And the spring was obviously just floating around in the bottom and getting caught up. So the actual pin's completely missing on that side. So that's what the problem was with the brake. Munched up. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I might see what I can do with that. Yeah. Anyway, there she is. So yeah, completed the service, done the oil, flushed it all through. I've ordered some new retaining clips with the springs, so they'll turn up. Well, I've got to go pick them up on Tuesday. Today's Saturday, so I can't really do much more today. But there she is, my new daily beater. I was in two minds of whether to leave the engine all caked in crap and looking all horrible as part of the look, but I used a bit of carb cleaner on the rocker cover there just to clean it up a little bit. I think I'm going to like fully degrease and jet wash the engine. So I'm going to properly make it look nice. But there she is. Oh yeah, I'm also going to respray this as well. Respray the front panel to make it look a little bit nicer. But there she is. The old beater.